to my channel. I'm Mark from Wandering Souls. Glad you could make it to my channel. This is actually a kind of a contest entry video to Ron Haggerty, actually one long-time member of the vinyl community. He is having a contest. He's giving away some records. So he has 3 records, and if you win, you can pick one of the 3. I think it's Meshuggah, Exodus, and one other one in a total other genre if you are not into metal. Anyways, if you win, you can pick one of those 3. Not I'm here especially to win, but it would be awesome if I did, of course. But I'm here to especially support my friend Ron Haggerty. He have been in contact for a while now, and he's a really nice dude. So yeah, but I wanted to support his channel. Like I said, he's a long-time member in the vinyl community, and he's supporting other channels as well. I think he needs to get some support as well. So yeah, fantastic contest here. It's a contest about your favorite band. I have a couple of bands that are really dear to me. Those are My Dying Brides, Infected Rain, Napalm Death, Draconian. You know, all those bands are really dear to me. But there are 2 bands that are, you know, above that. One of them is of course a long-time band I really follow since I was a little boy, and that is of course Iron Maiden. That's probably my favorite band until now, but it is one band already kicking at the door. I think when Iron Maiden is gonna retire, that they will take their place in. I think that definitely will happen. I will talk about that band a bit later. It's, you know, it's a bit extra bonus to get you guys familiar with that band. But my favorite band, of course, Iron Maiden, like I said. And first of all, show your favorite album. Number of the Beast is my favorite album. First of all, for the nostalgia, this is one of the first albums I ever listened to from these guys. It has fantastic tracks: Children of the Damned, Prisoner, 22 Casey Avenue, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Hallowed Be the Name. You know, fantastic tracks on there. Definitely nostalgic wise, that is my favorite thing. The album that I'm most attached to, let's put it that way, next to this fantastic live album, Live After Death. That's phenomenal as well. That's one of my favorite live album of all time. But this is an album I'm really attached to. There are some albums that I think quality wise have better songs and it's a more complete picture, like Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, or Somewhere in Time, or even Peace of Mind. But this one is so nostalgic for me. That's why I picked this my favorite album. Then of course the second question in that is, what is your least favorite album? Well, it has to be this one, Virtual 11. That I despise this album, but I think it's one of the least stronger albums in their discography. Songs are sometimes too long. It are not rememberable as they should be. Of course, Blaze Bayley is, I think I prefer Bruce Dickinson above Blaze Bayley. Not that I hate Blaze Bayley, I love to do solo work. And I really like the X Factor as well, but this album is definitely my least favorite in their catalog. So yeah, it had to be that one. And then how many times you have seen them live and where? Well, I have seen Iron Maiden 4 times perform live. I've seen them 2 times on a festival, and 1 time in Den Bosch in the Brabanthalle for the Metal Life of Death tour, and I've seen them on the Final Frontier tour in het Gelderdoom Arnhem. Fantastic gigs, I really enjoyed it. I could have seen them a bit earlier as well, but that never happened. So yeah, I was kind of late to see them live. But yeah, finally I did, and then I saw them 4 times. So it's fantastic. Really love their live performances. They're always fantastic, and yeah, I really like that stuff. Um, yeah, that's my favorite band, I have to say. And there is a band that is kicking at the door, and that band for me is, if you recognize this label, then you know which band this is. Of course, this is Band-Maid, an all-female hard rock band from Japan. Fantastic musicians. I have to say that because their technique is so fantastic. The guitar work of Kanami, the bass work of Misa, and the drum work of Akane are awesome. You have to say that they get recognition for all famous musicians as well. Band members for Dragon Force, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. A lot of other people praise their ability and how they play. They are great. They have great tunes, a great singer. They're technically skilled. The guitar solos on their songs, and the bass solos, and the drum fills, and it all matches so well together. This band definitely knows what they're doing at the moment, and this is a band that existing for 10 years now, and they definitely will come far if they gonna get the bar higher and higher and tour more and more. They definitely will be there, because their goal, like Miku, the guitar player and singer, always says, world domination. And if they reach that, of course, that would be phenomenal, and then they would be definitely a bigger halls, venues to play. They already see their number of visitors grow at their venues, and they have to go bigger, so they doing a really great job. I love this band, phenomenal. Like I said, if Iron Maiden decides to quit, Band-Maid definitely will fill in that gap. My favorite album from them I have right here. This is their album Domination. Fantastic tracks on this. This is definitely the album that has it's been the most played in my playlist. Their tracks are fantastic. Play is great. One and Only, Domination, Rockamy, Clang is great. Daydreaming, Anomaly, Dice, all fantastic tracks. Definitely get a lot of played. And there are always tracks from this album performed live. Songs like Play and Daydreaming are Domination, of course, are most of the time always in their set list, and if they choose to fill in another, they pick up Dice in there or whatever. There's always songs from this album in their live set list, and it's a fantastic album. But they have a lot more fantastic albums as well. Unseen World, which is their latest studio album. Or Conqueror is great. All have great tracks, and Just Bring It is also fantastic. All fantastic albums, but this one remains my favorite. And all albums have great tracks, but like I said, this album is definitely the most played in my discography, in my playlist. So I definitely have to go for this one. Then my least favorite album. That's probably their debut album, Made in Japan, which was released in 2014, I think. Yeah, they are the least favorite tracks. Definitely Be Okay is fantastic, Key is great. Forward is an okay song, but overall, this was the period that they had some other people write material for them. In the name of the label, Gump Record, I think, was back in the day. Konami was already writing stuff, but the label rejected every time the songs. So the first songs he wrote for the band that got accepted was Alone, I think, which was on their second album. So it had to take a long time for finally to get their own stuff in. And when that happened, you know, when the second album gave them the breakthrough with the single Thrill, which was in 1 week 2 million times viewed on YouTube. Imagine that for a really small band back in the day. That was in 2015, I think. They got the acknowledgement, and the label said, well, it seems to be the harder stuff is more the thing for you guys, so go on that way. We'll give you your writing abilities, etc., to go louder and faster. And this definitely is a bit different. It has more a bit of a pop punk approach here and there. More songs are a bit less heavy guitar driven, a little bit less solos and stuff like that. You know, they all evolve in the next albums, and that would lead up to my favorite one. Unseen World, this album is probably their most heavy album so far. So I'm looking forward what they're gonna do next with the next album. The EP Unleash was what came after that, is also fantastic. It definitely shows some great songwriting abilities again, and the heavy tuning stuff. So yeah, right now they are there for 10 years, and a band that's doing great at the moment, touring a lot in the States and in Japan, but hopefully they come back to Europe someday soon. They've been in my country for one time, that was in 2018, and then we're kind of slowly going to the next question. So they played one time in the Netherlands, which is in 2018 in Amsterdam. After that there was no really touring because COVID struck in 2019, so the band didn't do much at that point. So 2021 there was not a lot of touring going on, so 2022 got more the opportunity to tour again, and they try to conquer the States, of course, and Japan, get more into them. Kind of funny is that a lot of Japanese bands seek so much from outside of Japan, but I think they should be more based in Japan as well, get more fans. Of course there are a lot of fans there, but there are so much fans outside of Japan. So that's why I hope they come to the Netherlands soon, because I think there's a fan base here. When I got to see Fake Gear, spoke a lot of people that loved Band-Maid, so there has to be a base for them. So please come back to my country. But so I haven't seen them live yet so far. Hope to do so someday, that if they come to Europe that I can go to a gig. That would be fantastic. So yeah, that's actually the question answered for that one. So two of my favorite bands, most favorite is Iron Maiden, second closely getting there is Band-Maid. So that's my contribution to your video, Ron. I hope you like it. Yeah, I just wanted to support your channel, and hopefully you dig the video. Thank you all for watching, guys. Go support Ron Haggerty as well. I will leave a link in the description to his channel, and also will leave some links to the other bands I talked about. Iron Maiden is a well-known band, but Band-Maid definitely can use some more followers, so I will leave some links to them as well. So thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like what I shot, don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you guys back with another video. More videos in the planning, so I'm kind of busy at the moment. I'm working my ass off for you guys, but really worth it, because all those bands need to be supported. Stay heavy. See you guys next video.